Okay, next
Do
one,
what?
so you're gonna do it again,
More?
and you're gonna reach over, right? And now this time, you're gonna post this foot right there, right?
Back, way
And now
back.
you're gonna use that to raise your hips in the air. You're gonna sweep your leg, like put your leg straight on the ground against my leg, and you're gonna use your hip to throw me backwards so you can mount.
And one of the key chokes with various movements that you got glossed over too is push
So
the
this is
knees
gonna
out.
push off, reach your hips up towards me, and I'll sweep you backward. Like, yes, it's like a thrust. And then, no, that's okay, because when you were there,
Oh, that's right.
you still got it, right? Okay, now, go to a reverse kisa, like, go to a side mount, so, over this side.
Oh.
Yeah,
Go
like,
for that core.
both legs over that
One of the
side.
advantages on this particular press and why this was nice
That's okay,
together is
so hold
because the
that.
guillotine is facilitated by this shoulder being over this one, and so is the Kimura.
Yes.
So your lead-in is always gonna be, go for this guy.
Now,
Like, let's say, tuck your arm in, straighten it out, you can't quite reach the wrist.
Okay,
I wonder if I
What's
could-
that?
And in transition, grab
You
my
you had your wrist before, and then it came across.
Close your doors up.
I'm trying to grab my wrist, sorry.
Is it, it's
This?
probably, yeah. I can't see.
It seems counterintuitive
I can't
because
see.
you have it
Sometimes
here and it feels like you would want to pull
in
it
the Kimura.
that way.
So when you
Really
do
what you
this,
want to
it
do is
should be like
tuck
that.
it
Uh-huh.
underneath.
But
So
don't worry
you'd
about
be
that.
crunching
because on a test
that
test,
way
I'm
instead of
just gonna
pulling
show
you
you
that
guys,
way.
hey, this is what you do when you do this.
Right, so whichever one has the
Okay,
neck,
push your arm up.
go to that side.
Get the arm bar, just push the
Right,
head.
Yeah, so first grab it, you okay. Now that hand is really just to push my head in, right? I don't know that though. I think I'm gonna show you, right?
Okay.
Okay, so now my hand is here. So go all the way, elbow and knee that way on your right side, and see how my hand came off the ground.
Mhm.
Perfect. Now, push my head and swing your left leg around my neck.
Okay.
Yes, now grab it, grab this.
Mhm.
You don't need the, you don't need the,
I don't want to slide my neck.
Okay.
for sure.
Squeeze it, squeeze it. Oh, yeah, okay, you got it.
I need a Morse code.
Here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now, that time, you're hitting this man,
Okay.
but just think in your head, somehow I have to maneuver my body, so that Derek's right arm does this.
Okay.
Okay, so actually missing the Kimura stuff.
See, like, try to kick your
Right,
leg
so
over
over
again.
here, you get that guy, grab onto him,
Here, try to kick your leg over.
and then donkey kick, right?
Yeah,
Just knee to
like
chest.
that.
Move the other right over.
Weight
Yeah.
the other way.
I don't even have to
Okay,
really
so
do
go
anything.
for-
Yeah, I mean, you know,
go start.
Put that.
we'll play it nicely, right?
Right, right,
Okay.
Okay,
From here, already
is there
start coming this way.
more?
I don't think so.
All right,
Mhm.
okay. Now,
So,
go up on the knee and, yep, now kick over. Oh, yes. Grab it.
so we're doing.
Oh, I didn't let go of this, sorry.
You didn't need to. That was perfect.
Lock the guard up.
Just what you want to do. So, okay. And pushing, just like, like.
So you go for
you're
more.
somebody's face.
Okay.
Okay, so you
But
got that.
I jam it
Now
up, and
sweeps.
then you can't get it, right? It's just not gonna happen. So you've got this foot here,
This is
posted.
where I can
You got
grab
this
still
arm in,
grab
nice and tight, you got plenty of room over
the
there.
neck
So
here.
you're gonna basically take me underneath that way, and push this thigh across my rib cage,
Okay,
and
now
you're
go
all over in the mouth.
pushing across my
I'm
lap.
gonna roll you this
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice and deep though. Yeah. Now, bring it down a little bit.
basically, you're gonna,
Right on the
take
foot.
me 45 degrees across this shoulder.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, now I.
So use this posted leg, push your body up, and roll me towards bag number 6 over there.
And I'm gonna do that, throwing the water over my shoulder.
Don't push you away.
Okay.
Just push me, now pull me with your head. And
Here.
push, yeah, push,
Here.
pull,
And then,
now pull hard. Okay.
Yeah,
now,
basically, this is roll with it.
pull, like push me and then pull.
And then that's where you have the Kimuras already set
And
up.
the scissors.
we're already here.
Yeah, this is switch out and
It's like this way.
Okay.
And
Do,
I'll go over, and you're gonna go right
is that
to
reverse
top control now.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be that
I
I
finish
pull out
that
there.
log roll from
I'm
cycle.
gonna
You
almost
can't
roll
do
right
it
from
from
the
the.
knee.
Okay.
So just kind of, just hit it.
okay, so that's one throw.
So grab
One
here,
sweep.
grab here.
Yeah.
What's
And
another
I'm
one?
pulling
Go
and
for
then,
that again.
Pull,
Yes.
pull and then sweep.
so I push first, right?
Yeah, push, and then.
Yeah, now in order to make this happen, really,
Pull and
you kind of need my weight to be over you like
Now
that.
sweep.
But if
Yes,
I'm back
right on
here,
top.
Okay.
okay,
Right.
now you're gonna scoot your hips
That's
back.
actually one of the most fun techniques in jujitsu, I
Hold on
think.
to that
Yeah,
guy.
that's really.
And then you're gonna lay more right there,
Because it works
put
so
this
well.
thigh on the ground.
Oh, and I'm gonna kick this.
Yeah, well, you're gonna, now you can pull my weight to you, so, he usually puts the
Yeah.
right hand here on the back of the neck,
And you lock me
grabs
into
the
that
collar or
foot,
something,
and
and uses that to pull the body forward.
So then it's
Now forward, there's no weight on the
Yeah,
leg.
now pull me a little bit, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm
Cut this
resisting.
leg underneath, all my
I'm
weight
like,
goes
oh,
forward
she's
now.
trying to sweep this, so my hands are on this, right? Okay.
Okay.
push me
Okay.
again.
We'll try that again.
Now
Well,
pull.
this
and
is the last
sweep.
variation on it, then we run through the again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And get as hard of a
This is
sweep as
gonna
you could go with.
cement the idea, make that same sweep,
Kind of a
no,
power sweep.
no,
Okay.
get in there, lock
Is
like
that called
that,
scissor sweep?
good, but let's
And
say,
it's definitely one of the
I'm
best
keeping my
things
weight
you could definitely get
back
tested.
here, I won't let you have it. Now you're gonna
All those
put it on the
moves you
ground.
could get tested.
Yeah.
Are
We're
hard.
cutting down, right?
Stop my knee out.
Okay. Next one.
Okay.
The next sweep.
So those are
The
the
one where you
three.
grab the belt and stuff, don't worry about
Okay.
doing that.
I'm gonna do
It's
all
really hard to
three, yeah.
teach
Sir,
that.
if you don't
But
mind.
what I do want to do is the one where I stand.
Oh, first one is.
So you grab my knee with one hand, and I'm like, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm getting out of
Mhm.
guard. I go side. Now let go because see how it hurts. See how it hurts your belly? Just let go with your legs.
Okay.
Yeah. See now that doesn't hurt. But hold on to the knees.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is good. This you don't need.
Okay.
If I stand, you're gonna let me do this.
Oh,
Because
okay.
You're gonna sweep.
Yeah, that's better.
Now grab both my.
Can't do it, my weight's back here. Pull me
We'll
forward.
grab one at a time. because
Now the legs are light.
both your hands, yeah. Yep, grab one, now grab the
Okay.
other. Now, bring your knees together. Yeah, now raise your hips,
The last one.
pull and push with your legs. And now follow me up now.
Okay.
That's it. Let's do it one more time.
Not coming forward.
That's
just
real
putting my weight
common.
on my legs. So,
Okay.
Okay.
Last one is.
I'm out of here.
You're standing.
Stand, Jen lets me stand.
Then I oh, then I have
Right,
this,
you don't have to though.
and then I grab Billy, this
Yep.
leg.
Ugh.
Did you get my arms?
And then
Right.
use that momentum builder.
Oh, sorry.
Down.
Yep.
Worried about her.
get your knees good. Cool.
Okay, yep.
And then you do my leg.
Yeah, no, grab myself.
Ah,
That
and that's
is-
how I get it up.
Yes, that's just written out like,
Okay,
stand
try that again.
your guard,
Is
grab
that
both
leverage of
ankles,
getting up with my knees closed?
sweep, mount.
You wanna steal my momentum?
Yeah, I just
Yes.
try to
Follow
follow
me
me
up.
out so that if we have answer stuff, we'll throw it in. Some of them are catchy though. Okay, so now this one is gonna be different, harder.
Okay.
But once you get it, you'll be like, okay, I really like that. So on this one, I'm gonna stand again, I'll do this like the other one. So just like stand, you're gonna come over and grab it and put your hand right down by the knee. Now, yeah, now, your behead right there,
Okay.
the radius like that, part right there.
Mhm.
Yep, now grab your hands together,
Mhm.
like your clap on the shoulder. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Like that.
Okay.
Okay, now, pull towards you tight.
Mhm.
You see how it turns my ankle? Okay, now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna use your knees like you did in the last one. You're gonna push me backward and don't come up, all right? So
Oh,
use
it's
your
the
knees and
same.
take me backward, raise your hips, yep. Now, when I fall,
Then it's automatically,
now watch this, let my heel pop up.
okay.
No, grab your hands together.
Mhm.
Let my heel pop out, but keep my toes trapped.
Okay.
Now lay back. Yep. Now squeeze, pull everything in. Oh, and now just raise your hips up a little bit and
Okay.
stop that.
So what is
Jen,
this
That's
hurting?
so bad.
Is this an ankle?
No, it's not hurting there. It feels, let's see, right here.
Oh, in the arch?
It feels like my Achilles on the inside
Oh.
part.
It's the bone of my arm, I think, too.
Right here.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
just gonna try to like
Oh, so the bone
use
hurts
your
on the
radius
outside,
cut in.
but I feel like
So
the
you're
Achilles.
using this guy to
Oh,
crush on the outside of my ankle.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, great.
Back,
I'll do it easy. I'll do it
and
easy.
just pull in, smash, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's the
Yeah, my
idea.
foot slipped.
If my heel pops out,
Yeah, it actually,
this is
if
the one I
my,
got heel hooked
if
on, so
my
be
foot
careful
turns, it's
with
my knee.
as you lay
Oh, it's
back,
your knee?
Yeah,
That's
but
where
it's
you
my-
felt
right
it.
there.
Yeah.
You felt it right there?
and it's kind of doing that.
That's where
I'm
our ears
so
help.
you don't protect my interest. You want to protect my knee as you lay back.
Interesting, okay.
You stood up, I'm just trying to go through that one. I grabbed around, yep, just
I'm
really
doing
fast,
this
yeah.
wrong because your foot's
Even
not
if it's just
coming
the
out, but
beginning
if I had
No, you got that,
Really
look-
pressure
yeah,
on
The
kind
difference
of,
here is
push point grinder.
you're gonna let me fall and you're not gonna chase me.
Okay,
On the other one, you chase me and you mount.
yes,
On this one, you let me go. See, I expect that you're gonna chase me and you get it.
All right, let me
Going
reach
like
it real
this,
quick.
and clapping.
Now use your knees to really push me. There you go. Oh, yeah,
And
perfect.
then I
That's
let
good,
that
sweet.
come out
Yeah.
and,
Oh, she got it. That hurts too.
okay. Is
And
that,
that hurts my toe. My, the metatarsal,
Yeah.
the bone where my big toe is.
Hmm.
This time I feel it in that bone.
so now you have to lean,
One
right?
more time. Yeah, and squeeze. Yeah. Oh, that's so bad. That's I like that like 10 times better than the other sweep. Plus it's not dangerous like the other.
Well, yeah, if you don't grab the key for momentum to get up, I think it's hard to
I have a pretty good sit-up.
follow.
They're trying to implement a similar technique in that 50-50 guard, which is really just, that we've been doing that for years in Sambo. It's the 50-50, if you guys don't know, is kind of similar to the position we were just in. Stand up.
This is not part of our test.
Nope, but it's
Good to
something,
know.
yeah. So let's say that I stood up like this, and
And going around this way, right?
yeah, so he's doing this now. They call this a 50-50 guard now.
Interesting.
Now in Sambo, it's just a leg lock. He's trying to get a heel hook off right now. So all you have to do really is squeeze his legs together, and my leg comes off the ground. And now he claps his hands together, and he's got a heel hook, right?
Oh, because it's right there.
Yeah.
Because it just turns you and pops your heel out.
If he extends his hips and spins, it has to come off the ground, right? So this is just regular heel hook leg lock from the guard, right? But they call this a 50-50 guard now, and they do sweeps and stuff from here. So, but it's also, there's counters both ways, we did this before, yeah. But basically, when somebody does that, they start going for it. I also have a reverse heel hook
Oh.
right there, right?
Your heel hooking each other.
Yeah. If I wanted out of this and he starts going for the heel hook,
You just walk out.
then I walk right out. If Goker does some crazy stuff, but somebody's here and they figure four sometimes so that you can't get out. But Goker, and now you got a knee slicer, right?
Oh, you don't want to get out of there.
Yeah.
It's going to stand easy, deadlock.
Yeah, they're tough. And you could come down here and grab it and then sit back or sit on the side and squeeze it. Oh, sorry. So there's counters to everything. You can simply unfold and now go to an open guard, right? Or knee and stomach. It'd be pretty easy to do knee and stomach and then go to a reverse kisa to get out. You could also hit a knee bar like this one. You could hit a foot lock, right? So you could do a rolling, a flying foot lock. There's all kinds of things. So that's like a whole circuit of techniques that you can do from there too. But just remember 50-50 guard because that's what everybody's calling it now. And we'll just call it, leg locks from the guard. We don't have a fancy name for it.
I thought it was like a half guard, but I guess 50-50 would.
Yeah. Everybody got through all those, right? I didn't get to see much when he did everything.
Yeah, the only thing we didn't do was the collar check where you kick the feet out and the knees up.
That's an option. When you test, I'll just say, gi choke from the closed guard, cross lapel gi choke from the closed guard. If you guys want to fancy it up and throw a leg over, to assist on their neck. If you want to, sit up and reach over and grab some back feet and do it that way. If you want to kick the legs out, those are all options.
Extra credit.
Extra credit. All right, so then we need to be able to get out of the closed guard and we need to be able to get out of all of the techniques that we just did. Okay. Okay, so let's just do, the guillotine's going to have a couple of counters in this level. So that one, when I ask you to get out, you just have to have a way to get out of the guillotine. You don't have to remember them all. Just pick your favorite one.
Is that like when we stack or we come up on we post?
Yeah, I'm going to show them today. Okay. So here's some counters for the techniques that we just did from the Okay, there's so many counters. You guys know we've done an enormous amount of Kimura counters, right? Like all kinds of stuff. We've done crazy things, arm bars, roll under arm bars, and all kinds of neat stuff. But let's just say, okay, somebody reaches up for the gi choke, right? Now, you know, if you don't have a gi, you don't have any worries, right? If you got a gi, it's got all kinds of fun handles all over it. So you've got to be able to accommodate for stuff like that. So one thing you can do is even on their way up, let's say he's just reaching up and he goes to grab for it, right? You can kind of grab it. Just kind of push it away like this. Reset yourself. Okay. That's an initial defense. If somebody comes up again. Now, by the way, for this level, I'm only going to really show the hair comb one where you do this, or the, you know. So he reaches up, you reach under, put your hand here, raise your elbow. Okay, so that's all you have to know for this level. But we did stuff the other day, right? We did some advanced ones, some cool ones and things like that. So another thing that you could do is you grab a hold of his wrist, and almost all gi chokes are going to be from across grip like this. So you grab here. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. You can't hold on.
I'm gonna put slack down a little bit.
All right. Now, once I do this, there's no choke anymore.
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is grab the wrist, put it up, do a bob and weave, pull out, and you can do this if you want, but it doesn't matter. There's no choke. Right? Go back to your passes from there. You can do the hair comb. You can do that one. So it's like a bob and weave, and you're putting that hand on the other side. You can try doing wrist locks. And if he doesn't grab it real tight, you might be able to pull that off, right? If he gets this one, if you remember, somebody has you here, you want to control this arm. Because if you grab the armpit, then he can't get the other arm over there. He's got to have both arms to be able to get a gi choke, right? Then I showed you guys where you can grab the lapel and pull it over his arm and hold this. And now we both have to reset. There's nothing to worry about at this point, right? So, if you're trying to go fancy or something, I guess just two last ones. If somebody has you here, I don't like doing this to anybody, but it's the rug burn one, like from judo, like
Shrug down.
like that, and then it takes your fingerprints off, so like so it's, like a shrug, So there's that. And then let's say that somebody's got both in, they just got it. You can always do this and arch, try to, buy yourself air, as you're arching like this until his hands get tired, and then you just reset again. And then the last one is I'm going to grab the gi like this, and he's choking, and I'm going to stand and come across like this. Now, you would think somebody's going to armbar you.
Is that the clock choke?
No, but it's kind of similar from a different way. The one where you walk around. But the reason this works is you can't swing this leg around because of the placement of the hip. So watch this. So let's say he's got this, and I grab this, right? And I stand up and do this. Can't armbar, right? So you're actually choking somebody on their guard.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen, like hardly ever in jiu-jitsu. Most people would say, oh, you can't do that, but you can on this one. And you'll see high-level guys do it. So, yeah. So it's last alternative. Dude's really choking
You got it in there, yeah.
Put it across. You're going to get tapped anyway, right? Walk around, make sure you get to the side and put that knee in his hip. And you can't get armbar. And then once it pops, you can pass with side mount. You can do an E-bar. There's a lot of different stuff you can do from there. Right? Okay, so that's the gi choke. And remember, from this level, that's all you gotta know. Okay. Next one. I'm going to show something, but I'd rather you not do it unless you have to. I'd rather you do the one that I've shown you guys that works almost all the time. Somebody goes for an armbar. right? If you just swing that past and go right to the side mount, I would prefer that you do that. It's beautiful, it works, it's like a trick. They're like, what in the world? You know, for sure you think you have that arm bar when you're kicking the leg over, and then they're gone. So all he did was, he's got this, and when he kicks over, I put the hand right behind the knee, put it to the side, and then come over to the side. I love this one. It works almost every time. Even if they're lightning quick, just bam, just put it right up there and shrug it right over. So I like that one, but for this level, you know, you could do that, which I prefer, or you can do a stack. So let's say he gets you, right? Oops, oh, no, kick over him. So now I'm stacking. So he's trying to push me away with his legs so that he could armbar. So I'm stacking and I come to here. This is just like that other stack that we did from rolling out of an armbar from the mount, right?
Right.
So you're in the same position, and now put the knee here and pull the arm out, right? Now you can just extend and fall. If he falls like that, then you can go for your sequence, right? Remember that sequence?
Mm.
So, but you can also do the knee bar that we did that one day,
All right.
right?
This one?
Yeah. Ball my arm, jump up and do a squat. Okay. So that's the arm bar, that's the Gicho. The Kimura, you know, we did so many counters, but let's just do the reverse shoulder crank for this level. So he puts the Kimura on, right? And this is where he's going with it. So just as he does this, what I'm going to do, there's two things. This hand goes to the hip, and I'm going to fall to my side, and I'm going to, my hand is up in the air. My hand is here so he can't mount, and I'm just going to raise his shoulder back so it's like a Kimura, right? So you're Kimura-ing the Kimura. I always like that one. It comes up, bam. Immediately you go right to that. Oops, sorry. Now, they're going to fight, and they're going to try to come on top. But I'll tell you what, if somebody catches me in a Kimura from the guard, it's either tap, if they get you tight, or give up position and have them mount you and get your arm out of there.
Mm.
So I'd almost rather get arm, right? Hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully I'll hold the hip and be able to fight out of it. But if not, at least I'm still surviving. So that's that. Now the guillotine. This is the one. This is the one that's got a few counters in its level. But you're just going to pick your favorites, okay? So the first thing is when he first comes up for Kimura, and then let's say he reaches around my neck, right? And he goes for it. I'm just going to duck out and pop my head out. And you can push off the hips. You can push off the legs, whatever you want to, but just duck out and push your head out if it's at the very beginning. But he gets it in, okay? So you're in trouble at this point, right? Right arm goes over his back as deep as you can go, palm down, right in the center of the back. Okay? Now, you go back, and it's important to go right up on your toes and start circling. Okay? So you're putting shoulder into the neck to try to get him to let go. And like a modification on that is when you're here and he comes up again, you know, goes back. So a lot of people do that. They grab their hands in a master grip and they squeeze and push the shoulder in the neck and taps their opponent. So you might get it, depends, you know, the opponent's depends on if they know how to counter that, but it's a good option. It's a real good option. So putting the shoulder in the neck, grabbing the hands together in the master grip and squeezing. Another thing you can do is when somebody comes up, I can just bear hug.
Is that puts you in both in the neutral?
I can't get my arm around his head.
So you just bear hug and grab and keep your ear right to the ribs. It's kind of like the javelin shot that we did, you know, it's from standing. So it makes it really difficult to get guillotined, right? Then you come out and reposition yourself. That's if somebody went for a Kimura, they reached around to get a guillotine. So good thing to do. Just a good panic thing, right? Right away, grab it. Next thing, okay, they come up again. You do the same thing. You come over here, right? He sits back again. I come up, and this time, instead of walking around, I don't know why this works really, but I'm going to kick into like a sit out or a reverse case. And when I do that, see how his guard breaks?
Yeah.
My hand is right here in the hip. He's still squeezing, right? And I'm just going to scoot my butt, and I'm out. So I really like that one. I think it's just because I like the leg position, but it's kind of like a South Hollow guard pass, where you sit out. Yeah.
I like the ones that put you on that side control.
Yeah. So there's that, and then last one is the Russian neck crank one. So, so he's here. You set him up here like this, right? Reach around and grab his neck. And squeeze and crank. But it's not as easy as it looks. It's a difficult one. But if you get it, it's really uncomfortable. You got to be strong enough to pull them in your lap. They might be a smaller opponent than you.
Yeah.
Probably best for that. If they're bigger than you, if this is Jason, it's going to be hard to pull Jason on your lap, right? But swim. Come in here like this. And squeeze and push into his neck like this. But in a worst case scenario, hang it back.
It looks like it works because as you're sitting up, it sort of forces him to put his hand back.
So I would practice them and see which ones you like the best. Me personally, I like the bear hug because it usually I don't have to do nothing else. It's very risk-free because I don't have to worry about the other guy countering. I like this one. I like that one second. So that's just me. As far as the gi chokes, I like a lot of them, but I think that the grab the wrist and put it around the other side of the head is probably one of my favorites because it just stops it, you know. And then I would say the armbar counter, back of the knee for sure, and the Kimura. You're just doing the reverse shoulder crank today, but you guys know so many more. I mean, you know to put your arm backwards, right? You know to grab your own uniform. You know to grab their uniform. You know if their guard opens up to spin around to the other side of their body and armbar them. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you could do. But anyway, try that.
Sure. Okay.
All right, I got you in the guard now.
These are counted, right?
So, yeah, so you can do that right away. Go ahead one more time. Raise that elbow up good. Yep. Yeah. We're gonna comb your hair more in this class than you ever did. But if I'm reaching, you can also just push at the wrist and the elbow that way. Like a push back that way.
Another one would be
No,
this way.
yeah, that one. There you go.
Shove you.
Yeah, it almost hurts my elbow. It almost like hyperextends my elbow when you do that.
So it'd be
That's
like,
great. Especially if I grab hold of the gi just a little bit, and now you do that with both hands. It's like, ah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's perfect.
Yeah, it's more straight down.
Then
More straight down.
you don't have to go through all those in this level. It's just really the air pump thing.
Okay.
Okay, next one. I want to go for the armor. Okay, so
This side.
and then go this way. No, not
This way, push your leg?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'll move that on back for a second.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to kick around and when I do, this hand
Position the other
is
hand.
gonna hit right there. And now you're just
So I
gonna
think it's gonna be this way.
twist to your left.
Yeah.
And
Twist to
put
the left.
I'm putting my leg down inside of it. Yep. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
All right, so from here. Yeah, now what I would do with this one is instead of keeping it down there, keep it up like here, because you probably think I'm
so
gonna
nice
go
and
for a heat
easy.
choke, right? So if I grab this, you think I'm gonna go for this one for heat choke, so you're trying to block.
Mhm.
So sometimes people grab their own meat so that I can't get it. I'm like, don't give it to me, right? So I do this. So
So
instead,
the hand's already there.
yeah, and well, that one.
Well, the likelihood
And I'll
of
try
trying
this
to
one
hit the
here.
arm
So
bar,
I
if you
swing
swing
over
over
here,
up like
and then
that,
my hands
it's
there,
pretty
and you just
minimal.
push it away.
And pull your hand,
Inside
keep it
down.
tight,
Yeah.
flick your head, move it some.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how that would work out.
Yeah.
So
When I go to
oops,
kick
I
over,
didn't put you in the throat. Okay,
I
so
see.
this one's
So
up.
when I'm up
Now what's the
higher,
next thing you do?
no, it's gonna drop
This
on the
one?
mark.
This one
Once you go
goes
inside.
through.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna,
Yep, that one, yep. So you're pulling down your knee, your other arm's on the ground for now. Or my belt, doesn't matter, but let's say it's on the ground. And I'm like, okay, armbar. I kick over. And you, yep. Okay. Next one.
This time.
More arm up. More up, and we go. Oh, yeah, okay, more.
Now, what else was there?
More.
We're doing that one?
What you're gonna do is, you're going to, start like to fall onto your right side and pull this through. Yep, and so put your palm up, this palm,
hard to get my leg up
and
high.
grab your hands together. And- Oh, I'm sorry, put your left hand on my hip and push my hip away.
to push it
Now,
Yeah.
you step one,
And
don't
now,
get choked, right?
yep, and now, oh, yep, and no, just lean to the ground. Through. Yep,
Okay.
that's all you had to do was lean to the ground. Yep.
Okay.
Like you're trying to lift and you don't even have to. Like if you just fall,
Right, okay.
it comes on as soon as you fall.
Okay.
And I'll push my hip away though. Oh God, this hurts. Yep. It's like stretching my shoulder blade out.
And then one of the other ones.
Plus,
I feel that
my
was
shoulder
the
crank same
shin in
time.
the belly
Like I
more.
feel like the
Can
scapula is
I
pulling out
see
of the
if I can
side.
remember a different one?
That hurts. Yeah. Okay, next one. I'm coming up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get a guillotine, right? So as soon as I do this, one thing that you could do is duck out and push my, duck out and get your head out of there. Yeah. Yeah, so as soon as I reach around, right, just duck and push. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next thing you can do is this time I get it in, right? Okay. Now, what you can do is throw your arm over my back.
Right now,
Yeah.
I can still work
Yeah,
the
right
same
this
wall.
side. Good. Now, when I go back, follow me up,
The other
come all the
one
way
was
up
to
to your
turn my
toes.
hand
Put
backwards.
that shoulder deep into my neck and start walking to your right. Ready?
Keep my hand down.
Now start walking and put all your weight on my hip. Oh, yep. There you got it. That was good. That was good, man. That's good. It's a little uncomfortable for you too because I have your neck,
Yeah,
but that's a lot uncomfortable for me.
I don't know if you, I don't want to bump into.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Just like that.
Are we still doing the guillotine or no?
Yeah, but this time your right leg is gonna scissor underneath your left leg. So it'll be
Into
like,
like a case up.
it'll be here.
It's flop. At this point, you're gonna wanna try to get this hand up
Yeah.
on my shoulder. I'm already kind of on my back, so.
Here.
Well, up here, you wanna get that hand.
There you go. Okay, now watch what happens when you do that.
I'm doing the bear hug.
I already have your head.
Oh, okay, down
If
here.
you wanna do the bear hug,
Okay, yeah.
You don't want me to
so,
put your neck.
so back.
already be
right, if I'm already around your neck,
Yeah.
just do it in the back.
Okay, so
That
now
makes
move
sense.
back. You're gonna come up with your toes.
Here.
And now you're
Right,
standing.
no, wait, not
Grab
yet.
that shoulder.
All the way up your toes. Yep. Now do it and fall onto this leg when you do it, okay? Like that, yep. Now scoot your butt away, push, yep. And now you're out. Even if I have your head, it means nothing. I can't choke you from there. I'll just tire myself out. Okay. Don't worry about the Russian neck crank. I think I'm too big for that.
There you
Bear hug.
Bear hug.
So I got you again. And this time, all you're gonna do is reach around my, my back with both arms and squeeze. Yep. Yeah, just like that, that's okay, that's okay, and now I'm gonna go back and you just keep squeezing. Look, I have nothing at this point. Now you can pop right over into a silent, yep,
Okay.
and yeah, and now put your shoulder on my neck. Yeah, oh yeah, I gotta let it go.
Okay.
So,
Tiptoes.
so feel
Good
this,
size you
put
can.
in your guillotine for a second.
And just kick this leg on here.
Maybe fall back. Yep. Okay, so, and then tight, you know, like that.
Yeah.
Do a little bit, yeah, and for legs, you know, so closer.
Okay.
Okay, now, ready?
Whoa. Is that what you're doing? Okay.
Did I hit all of
I
them?
can't, you're definitely, I think, out of it. So you can't, so basically, what do the arms do when they go around? Do they just release the pressure from the neck?
I can sit there until you get tired. And I will try to get it even earlier, even before you get it. So, like, let's say you're in a closed guard. Yeah, like that. And now you reach around, okay? And I do this now.
Oh, yeah, I can't get my arm there.
Right?
Yep.
But if you do get it, and I still squeeze,
Mhm.
I can stay there for a long time.
Yeah, with one arm around, you can feel this side, trying to get the blood cut off.
Okay, so that looks good. That looks like everybody got the counters pretty well. By the way, Annie, what's your favorite counter from there for the guillotine?
Like the stack and shoulder and neck.
Coming out, walking on.
Yeah.
If you can get the hand over the shoulder, if I can't. Fair hook.
Well, you know, when he sits up for that Kimura and then he reaches over for the guillotine, you know, since you're both sitting up, you could just swim, you know, and get it over, and then take him back to his back at that point. I think there's probably most situations you would think that you're both either standing or you're both sitting when they reach around for the guillotine. Maybe from the mount, it's the only time different, right? Because if you do a guillotine from the mount, which is really a neck crank, but it's not, but it's same.
Or the choker's back would still be open, so you'd think the guy on bottom could still get the arm over.
Yeah. It's.
I'll basically
It's,
save you.
Let me show them so that they understand what we're talking about. So let's say, it's different because it's not really a choke in this position. It's more of a neck crank.
Okay.
That's the difference. So somebody reaches around and gets under your chin like this, right?
Right,
Now you sink the hooks like this,
okay.
and then you do this. So can you get an arm over my neck? And will it help?
No, I mean, still pressure marks off me.
That and then also the neck
A
crank,
lot of
right?
pressure on the back. Now having it over here kind of kept you from getting too far away from me. So to the degree to which I can keep you down for any protracted period of time, it would limit the neck pressure, but I mean, with one arm trying to hold a guy on you, it's not.
Yeah, they got leverage.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, it's, man, I'll tell you what, when a lot of like high level people, even in the UFC, they get caught in that guillotine from the mount like that, I see most of them tap from there.
Yeah.
It's some people are really good at putting that pressure on, and plus they're tired, you know, hard to breathe anyway. Okay, so we did everything but the escapes. So, yeah, we got that. Okay, so the escapes from the closed guard, we do 3. They're all very similar. And then we got the standing and going back, and we got the open, and we have triangle from, yeah. Okay. Closed guard, open guard. So we'll do 3 closed guard, 2 open guard escapes. And we'll take this into our leg sequences, right? So, okay, so I'm in a closed guard and I grab the belt, keep my head arched or upright like this because I don't want to be fighting out of chokes and all kinds of other stuff and giving leverage. So, some here. And then what you're doing is you're just going to take, this is the basic, you know, escape. You're just going to take your elbow You're gonna sit up a little bit, you're gonna put your elbow right inside that muscle, and you're just gonna push down. And then once you push down, you're gonna take this leg over. And your options are reverse queso, they call that a long pass. You can do a knee slicer onto the other side of the body and do a short pass. So I'm gonna put my arm here, but it would normally go against the throat. I'm gonna put it here. So when you practice, just do this to be nice, everybody. So now from here, this raises and drops. So this is the long pass. Fist goes down. And there you go. You're trying to get the gi choke as I was passing. Yeah. Okay, and then sneaky, really sneaky. So then, all right, so I'm here, and this time my right leg goes between his legs. This elbow comes down to his leg. My left leg comes back like this. So it's pretty much the same thing, except that I'm dropping the leg back. And now I'm going to replace that arm, that elbow with my shin. My foot, this is really important, your foot is over top of his leg, right? Otherwise, he's going to figure 4 your legs and you'll be in a half guard. Now you got to escape a half guard. I want to do this again to be nice, and then you go back to that same thing. So, you know, it's your preference. I mean, I like the long passes if you're jujitsu. You can, you know, when that leg came down, I could have just done a knee slicer right across the body and gone the other way, right? So you like knee slicers probably more than long passes, I think.
Yeah, just want I've done more of them.
Yeah, and they're both great. You know, once you're here, you know, from a Sambo perspective, you don't even have to do that. You know, you can simply knee bar and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it just depends on what you want to do and where you want to go from there. I've shown you guys from another level that we did the other day in the same position. I showed you this, right? Remember we did that? Yeah. Because they expect you to go there.
Yeah.
So you just take the leg instead. And then the last closed guard pass is this one. I know it seems pretty easy or strange, but it actually works. You grab one of the sleeves. And now remember the sweep that we just did where you stand up and I grab your ankles and take you backward? But you can do that on this side. You're controlling, right? So you stand this side first, and now this side, and you'll be surprised how the guard just comes open. Now from here, my choices are open guard pass, because I'm now in an open guard, not a closed guard, right? We have open guard passes, and we have legs. Those are your choices. If you're gonna do an open guard pass, you're doing your Torianos and, you know, or, you know, push to the head type things. You know, there's, you know, leg locks and stuff you could do from here. There's this one, and then take more to his belly and a crab. Remember those? There's just sit back and take your regular leg lock sequences from here. You know, where you, like I would probably reach down and grab this and then sit to here, and then you got all your leg lock sequences that you can do. So you got all that. So those are three closed guard passes. And from open guard pass, his legs are not tight anymore, right? And I'm on the ground. So one of the common ways that you get out of this is just a pop over. So what I do is I come down and put my head right down to the ground like that. Let me leave.
That's right.
So like this. Right? Now I'm gonna put my shoulder into his belly, and I'm gonna just pop over right into the side. We did that before, right?
Yeah.
So that's one. The other thing that you can do is you're here again, you're in an open guard pass, you know, so he popped open. So what you do is you jump into a squat like this with one leg inside, one leg out. And all you do is hold onto the belt still and fall back. Okay. Makes it harder to mount when you do that. Right? And then see how my knees, remember I showed you guys how the knees are angled? If they're here, you can pop up, come right up into a mat and go off my knee. If I'm doing this and I'm angled, and you're pulling on the belt on top of it, it makes it much more difficult. Okay, so now I've got time. I've got a minute to figure out what to do. And this goes into your sequence flow. So maybe we should practice those and then hit the leg lock sequence.
Okay. 3 closed and 3 open.
3 close, 2 open.
So you did the,
Oh, well, we did do the leg lock thing, where your knee went over their shin, and then we did that, but that's not at all, it's just extra.
good.
Just figure it out. Can't see it coming on.
Those are all on your YouTube channel? I saw a little bit of the side control one you put together. Well, I'll put you in my food.
Okay.
I offer you
The circle
my
track.
guard.
Oh, yeah.
It's the circle track.
I want to feel pain on my leg. Yeah. Put all your, put it right in that muscle. And now, yeah, so sit up a little bit. So if your leg's straight and now you put all your weight right down into that elbow. Oh, and yep, now you can, yep. Keep it in closer. Like right there.
It's
Oh,
like instinct. Just
that's
sneak
it.
your hand in there.
Yeah, shoulder, right?
it's really bad. Okay,
I have
so
bruises here all the time when people doing that on my
You
legs.
do?
Yeah.
that hurts. Like when you were out here, it hurt a little bit. That hurts.
So
You're
up
like-
higher on the leg and
Yeah.
tuck the foot around.
Well, it's your shin, you know, it's
Oh,
that,
yeah.
Yeah, but you're not on
it's
my
that hard shin blade right on that muscle.
Your leg.
Okay, so once you get there, so go back to that again. Okay, now to be nice, you're gonna put your elbow kind of over here, but it's really like that. You know, you'll have me like turning my head
down
sideways.
first.
And now you're
When
gonna
you feel it there.
go to your
then
reverse
go there.
case up. So throw your right leg all the way behind you into a case up. Yep, and sit, yep.
Are you still
And so
figuring
that one's
it out?
back, yep, and put this to the ground.
Your brain.
Perfect. Now go to your side.
And then-
Yeah, and that fist was super important because, put it back there for 1 second. Yeah, now just go to your side mount, but keep your fist on the ground right there.
The side.
Yep, and then keep your fist there because if I try to go to my elbow or knee, see how that's stopping me?
Across the
I
neck.
can't get there.
And then I won't be on this side. You'll force my head and my head.
Oh, yeah.
So I need-
Yeah, I'll go palm under, I'll reach
Same
palm
hand
back
prep you
under
did with
the
the
ground,
wall
but
pass.
half on your back. Now you're like this. This is really uncomfortable.
So I here.
Okay, next one,
There.
same thing, but you're gonna drop that leg back. So first thing I would do is grab the belt. Now, sit up again, put this leg in, sit all the way up, right? And now put this leg right, knee on the ground, right in the middle, yep.
Okay.
Now, put your elbow in that same horrible leg place and drop your leg all the way back. Drop that leg back, yep, and keep it all the way on that, yep. And now replace it straight up with your, you know how you came a little bit in an arc? Bring it straight up the pipe,
So I'm coming straight up like that.
but closer, like,
Okay.
yeah, like that, there you go. Okay, now,
Just put it
do the
right now,
same
I can
thing you
still
did
grab
before.
And here,
So you're gonna wanna bring this hand in. a little
here,
bit.
post.
Now
You
you
got
got
it.
it foot up. Yeah, not kicking. Grab that leg.
Okay, I'd say you got that pretty well. The reverse case up is the hardest
Yeah,
part.
that's pretty
You're
good.
doing that
Close right
perfect.
there.
Okay,
You
good.
can always,
The pressure on my leg is
you can always
atrocious.
rotate. Like, so
Um,
you know,
your
this,
shin
like,
hurts.
even if you got
The only
a
thing
long
that you're
way from
forgetting,
that,
this
I
is
can
no
always
big deal
rotate
for
my hand
past.
in.
You can
And so you
easily
just
pass
gotta,
it, but
you
I'm
know,
just saying,
Uh-huh.
when your leg comes up
like you said,
here,
it's a fight. If you're
not
there,
as good as here.
Okay.
Right.
So
So
you're
you're,
really
you're kind of,
across.
Well,
yeah,
don't
you're kind of
circle
coming
around.
like this,
Right.
but just go
And then-
straight on in like that.
Okay.
yeah.
And then you probably try not to hurt me, but
Okay.
that's
So
not
everything,
good, unfortunately.
yeah,
So
but
here-
what you can do as far as playing the angle on
Grab
this.
this sleeve,
So if I go like this really hard,
either
if
way,
I go on straight,
grab the
then
belt,
you know,
yep. Now, you're gonna stand with the same side
break
leg
it
as
so I
your
can
grab the sleeve.
rotate. This thing up.
Well, yeah, just, do that, yeah,
Come
and
on,
I'll
do it.
stand all the way up.
And we'll-
And then I'm like, okay, I'll grab your ankles and sweep you, I can't. You're doing
Keep
this.
holding it?
Well,
See
you
how my
can go
legs
on my
go
belt
open?
and sit
I have no
back, I'm gonna
choice.
go to leg locks.
Now you got an open belt.
And here.
So grab both ankles, just, now when you do that, put your hands over top,
This is
yeah, like that. And always scoot back and arch your head forward with your butt back.
Like there?
Yeah, and go back further, so I can't get to your legs.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So bend your knees a little bit, yep. And now start moving them side to side. Yep, like this, and then throw one way or the other and go right to knee and stomach. Yep.
Oh, knee and stomach.
Well, you don't have to. You can just follow a side mount, but I like knee and stomach.
You
It's,
gotta point your head.
whatever
on
way you're
one side or the
comfortable.
other.
As long as you pass the side mount.
Hold my hips down. No, use the
Okay,
belt
so
is
now-
probably prudent. You wanna keep my hips
next one,
down. Plant
here,
your
well,
head.
do that one more
And then
time.
just basically,
And go-
and stand up,
this
and go over that way. Yeah, that's the idea.
From here.
Now, the trick on that one is,
Coming up here and
keep my
grabbing
hips
the
down.
sleeve.
because as your legs go up, if my legs go up
Yep.
too, you're staying there.
Coming up
But
here.
if you keep my hips down, my legs can only go
And
here,
and go over
then
top.
you can elevate up.
And I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna start doing this, right?
Okay.
And now I'm in trouble. Yep, very good, very good.
So
that
that
works
works
now?
legs obviously go
Now-
on the
now
head,
watch
but as
this.
much as you can,
Stand
try
up
to
for 1
push my
second.
hips into the ground.
This is the shoulder.
Grab my legs
belly.
again.
Yeah, shoulder,
Try to do that
shoulder
again.
up, hold hips down.
This is what people are gonna be doing.
Okay.
They're not gonna let you do that very easy.
So you have to.
Okay.
You gotta be
What
good.
am I missing?
You gotta really practice that open guard
Okay.
pass. And we haven't gotten there yet,
Okay.
but that's what's coming. I'm like, they're not gonna let you have that. Yeah, isn't it weird that, like, when you have this, you're like, oh, I got it now, I'm gonna put a side mount.
One leg
But as
in,
soon as
one
you do
out.
that, they start playing this game, right?
Oh, gosh.
Up on the outside of
Yeah.
this kind of stuff.
You
So
know,
kind of hop up into that hawk squat.
You know, it's like a, it's
Yeah, good, there you
it's
go.
almost a little, sweep, but it actually works.
Hold on to the belt, angle the knee.
Okay.
So, and I'll try to
That's good.
Just post up, stay really tight.
Next one, sorry, open guard pass,
And just kind of walk that knee
So
right
you're here.
up, stay tight.
and I open,
Yeah, good, and
So,
walk the other knee
that
in.
goes on the ground right here.
Hold the hips back.
Now, your shoulder, don't worry about shoulder.
Yeah, yeah.
Put your shoulder
Push my
weight
knees a
all
little
over
bit out,
that.
and then you have a
Push
push
your
my
hips,
hips.
you're gonna use your
Shoulder
shoulder
around this way.
to jump your butt way up in the air, and you're gonna jump over to, this side over here. Yeah, the side round. Yeah, just jump real fast and all the way over.
Knee to belly.
Yeah,
The
see
shoulder.
how easy that is?
Shoulder to belly.
Where you jump over, and that one, when you come up.
Your head and your shoulder, and so it doesn't hurt. I know it seems like it would, but you can also go all the way to, north-south if you wanted to from there. That's how
Okay.
far you can
So
actually
first I
jump.
slice.
So, excuse me, that was good. So, next one is, I open again,
So what's that one called? Just the.
open guard pass with shoulder and stomach,
Okay.
jump to side mount.
Okay, we did that.
Amy's like, no.
No, there's one we're trying to, I
Amy's
wanna
like,
rename
"Nah."
it. What's the one we're missing?
There's the one where you hop up the
Yes.
knees, one in, one out,
Yep.
the shoulder stand, and then
That's the last one.
there's only the two of them.
I think we're in the same place you are, yeah.
I thought they'd done one more.
Well, there's
We've done the
there's a
legs.
leg grab thing. Okay, well, let's do the one he said, because, what you're gonna do is grab the belt.
Mhm.
You're gonna jump to a squat and have this leg outside and put that leg inside.
Okay.
So, yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
Now, from here, reach back and grab my ankle, fall backward. No. Pull me in, yep, and keep that sideways so I can't come up and mount you, and you got your legs squeezed. Perfect,
Mhm.
perfect. Okay, now you don't need that anymore. Now you can put on whatever ankle lock you want.
To allow my leg.
And what I would do, if you're
So
gonna
you
do
get
the
my
Achilles
horse
crusher,
clearly between your
keep that,
legs. So put this
that
flat on the
hand
ground. And walk in and
down,
squeeze it there. So now you got my leg
and grab your wrist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I could just pass my leg right.
Because now I feel the bone of the radius of my
Don't
ankle.
way all the way down. You know, yeah.
And now,
Just kind of hold the
like,
leg right
like
there.
kind of
You know,
curl your
you're
arm
on
out,
that.
like,
I can't get up.
yeah,
Should have.
yeah, like that. That's it.
Okay.
I lost your heel.
Oh, there's a whole
Okay.
speed triangle lock you can do. I
And
mean,
just
that's
arch
a
away.
really good position for you to do a number of leg locks.
World of
Like
difference,
this.
because
I don't need to
Stick with the heel. Yeah.
When you just.
If you
adjust
feel
your
like
position
it,
just a little
it's
bit.
starting to creep over this
and
way,
that one especially.
just
Yeah.
bridge up and feed the foot over to that side and reverse heel hook.
In my Achilles is why that's called an Achilles crush, because it's hard tissue and soft tissue, and that hurts. If you turn your arm just a little bit, I feel this, the soft muscle of your arm
Mhm.
on my Achilles, but you put that bone in there. So the way to do that is just always keep your palm flat, right?
Mhm.
And then grab your wrist and try to bring your wrist up to your chin. Oh, and then if you do that and squeeze your knees, arch away and do everything all at once, then it's on. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you got it. You guys got it. Okay. Okay, legs. And by the way, we did most of these, we did most of the sweeps that are on there already too.
Good, I can always use the review.
Mhm. Okay, so actually I only put 3 leg locks in here, except for the, that one thing, the sweep from the guard when they stand and you do that 50-50. Yeah.
Grinder.
Yep. Um, okay. So let's say that I have his ankle, okay. So I'm back here I fell from the guard, I took his leg and I sat back into an ankle lock, right? Okay. Try to put this down so we can show my hand position. On the Achilles crush, as we were talking just a moment ago with Ben, you're gonna put the hard tissue of the radius bone, thumb side bone, right here, right into the Achilles. You don't want to be too high, too low, whatever, just go right into the Achilles. Then grab a hold of your own arm, like this, your own wrist, and either put a flat palm or just lift like this, side to side.
Sounds good.
Now I'm gonna squeeze my knees and I'm gonna start falling back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. And then that's the crush. So it's an Achilles
So flat
crush.
palm and grab your hand.
And you can really tighten it too. What I like to do sometimes is I like to traction it this way a little bit.
Okay.
So I'll grab it and traction it. So see how that tightens it up?
Yeah.
Kind of locks it in, takes out all the slack, and then go back. And it's important to squeeze your knees together. It's important to squeeze your arm to your side, like that. Okay. The hand on shin ankle lock is like this. Grab your own wrist. This is different. The first one is crushing this. This hand on shin ankle lock is hyperextending the talus. So it's trying to break the foot off. So you're here like this, and I arch backward like that. So that's a whole different feeling, right? I don't think it's as bad as the other one. Reverse hand on shin ankle lock is I got a regular Achilles crush on, and I'm gonna slide through here and grab my bicep and put this right here. Sorry about
I know, right?
the rings like a secret oven, and then arch.
Yeah.
And that's a hard tissue on soft tissue.
Yeah, it's like out here.
Like a different kind of feeling, right? Okay. And if you're in this position like this, and he goes to kick you in the face, all you gotta do is push it to the side, or if you want to get fancy, push it to the side and trap it, and I'll put this on, right? I mean, there's other like stuff you can do, that hurts, but for the most part, you just want to trap it, get them as high up as you can, and then you can fall to your side and put all your body weight on it to crush too, and just do an Achilles crush there. Okay. So you got that, and then next thing is probably the heel hook. So I'll do it from here so you can see it. But basically, I'm now gonna grab my hands together and pull it towards me. You want to twist it a little bit, but you don't really have to. All you gotta do is master grip and pull it into you. And Dover showed me that years ago, and he showed me tighter ways to get these. So let's just say in a real life situation, he's on his back, I'm here like this, right? And I turn to my side a little bit, right? Now I'm gonna reach back. I get all my body weight down. And now I'm just gonna pull towards me. See, I didn't really twist that way.
You didn't have to move very much at all.
I just pulled into me, like try to pull the ankle directly into your chest. The other way you can do it is once you're here, you put your arm behind your back. I don't know if I can see that on camera, but I have my left arm behind my back.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna slide this underneath me right to here, right? And it's not, and you don't really have to move, right? So pull it into you instead of twisting. If I twist, he goes with it. And now you got the anaconda roll all the way across, like the gator roll, all the way across the mat, and maybe they get out of balance and they blow the whistle.
So when you put your arm flat on the mat, you are just using sort of a swimming motion.
Yeah, so watch, here's the easiest way to do it. Achilles crush. Squeeze the knees. I'm gonna fall right on my side, right?
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna let go with this hand.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna bring it back again. I'm gonna bring it back again and grab the ankle.
Okay.
Grab my hands together and just that, because now you got your body weight trapped in the leg and you don't need much of a twist to get it to work from there. Yeah. So that's all for the legs on this level. You know, there's so much more. We've done way more than this, right?
The lace,
We've
I
done
like
way
the
more than
lace
this. Like,
lock.
So we have the straight ankle, hand on shin, reverse hand on shin, and then heel hook, or what's for this level?
Yeah, hand on shin, Achilles cross, reverse hand on shin, just regular heel.
Okay. With Achilles crush and straight ankle lock? Do we do that one?
So the Achilles crush that we did was this one,
Okay.
and the hand on shin,
Okay.
that way,
And then,
and reverse hand on shin, that way,
okay.
and then the heel.
That's not a weapon.
Yeah, secret weapon, oh, sorry. Yeah, I gotta take this thing off.
That's fine.
I did a choke and scraped up Bill's neck one day.
I need to get one of those rubber ones.
Yeah, my wife got me on. We won't be seeing Bill in the foreseeable future.
He's out for a while. I think it is a.
Yeah, it's not hard to predict.
Yeah, I got
No,
it.
it's really sad.
He was telling me he was thinking about like rehab and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And if he did that, that's good. I mean, that's trying to get help, right?
Yeah.
Step in the right direction. Should I reach out to him and?
It can't hurt. I mean, he called me and I expressed my support and sympathies and stuff like that. So I know he values the atmosphere and the people here. So you can only help.
I understand that.
I had to stop helping him as extensively as I went.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of bad. I had to like start.
Do I have to worry about that? You know, like if, okay.
Now he handles a no pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does.
If you're like, no, he's like, okay. But he will ask.
Okay. Yeah, we went to dinner with him and his fiance.
Yeah.
And it was fun. They're funny together. She's hilarious.
She's a really neat girl.
Yeah. I hope that they stay together. I know that they were having some issues and she was, they moved away from each other and all that stuff, but apparently, they were still dating last night.
Last I heard, that was no longer the case, but those situations are malleable, right?
Yeah.
We'll see what transpires.
It's been back and forth for a long time, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was back. And then
Yeah,
forth,
yeah.
and then back.
Well, if he gets help, maybe that'll do it. He's a good guy.
I agree. He was talking to me about the military.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a highly marketable skill set.
He does.
As a machinist.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, if you couple that with some military experience,
I
could
think
be,
he did really
could
well.
be a dangerous man.
Good.
Almost as dangerous as Ryan.
Ryan's hilarious too. He's got this like warped, dry sense of humor, that it just works.
Yeah.
Like he'll say the craziest stuff.
That one.
Yeah.
Can we run through those?
Break my leg.
Okay.
For my leg.
So let me, can I do it from the,
Yeah, that'd be wrong.
Like, is that where I kind of-
That's a really good way to do it because.
So you can't get my foot to walk
you
it.
get nothing.
and I want,
And I want to have your leg and ankle.
And as much as it allows.
Can I go this ankle?
Yeah, you can get it on. Let's just take whatever's comfortable for you. So,
okay.
So,
So this is one.
yeah.
Okay.
And that'll be the Achilles crab.
Do the squat.
So you're gonna grab your rest. Get your
Require a little knee and ankle flexibility and core lift.
Grab that
Core
rest.
with the leg
Same
up.
up,
Maybe
same
leg.
up, same up.
I mean, the other thing you can do is you can really push down hard on my hips.
Like,
I mean,
To
I
do
wouldn't know, you could also push hard on my stomach ladder, my prefer to use my hips.
I would rather use
You
your
know, wanna work?
Alright.
Since this thing's already kind of more on the outside, I would just,
And then that little
yeah,
bit,
and then see you're small.
and then.
Reach this one through.
Yeah.
Like, and then you control on and squeeze your knees.
It probably helps.
Yeah, yep, and go back over just a little bit more. Good, you got
The
it.
first one.
Okay. Next one, hand and shin, so don't hook your wrist.
Okay, yeah, no chin.
Track it on the outside.
Don't go through.
Go through
Now,
like this?
slide
I
your
would put a reverse one all
Okay.
but that's the right
so that
direction,
your-
but keep yours
so
left
your
on as your
left
And one of the
radius
things
of
that
your
kind
arm is
of like
right
always,
against my
it's not
Achilles.
like an elbow touch your
You got it.
body,
And,
but,
and
as a
now,
visualization, try to touch your elbow on your
track
spine.
my foot, yeah.
This elbow
And
on
now,
your spine.
turn that bone up into
Pull
my
it
Achilles
all
for
the
the
way
left
around,
arm.
your elbow, your spine.
Turn that,
I should
like,
tighten it up.
like this.
Now, that's pretty good. Now use your
Like
hand
that,
here,
so
so
hold it.
lift up into my leg more. Yeah.
Yep,
Go
you got
difference
it.
there, intention
Okay,
curve.
Yes.
For sure. Now, the last one is the heel up.
Okay.
So, yeah,
And then the
that's
other
it.
one's
Yeah. Oh, Jim,
slide it through.
Squeeze
Where
your
you
knees
are right now. Yeah, I would go to reverse hand.
Yeah,
function
that's
first.
right on my knee. And, oh, yep.
Okay.
Good, and then
See
you
that
go more of the
the,
talus pressure.
And you
that's
said
really
to
close
get
to
it,
the-
you can also go like this and come
Kind of
back to it.
rewind,
Yeah,
and
now,
go back.
now
to
watch
the
this.
stretch.
Stay right
And
under
you
your
just
shoulder.
stay
Don't even come up. Squeeze your knees real tight. Now just pull
My
toward
hip kind
you
of popped up out of there,
and,
so
and
if
squeeze.
you're looking for that kind of
And now
pressure,
just
probably
twist.
something more like that.
Yep.
Okay,
You don't have to do nothing more than
Yeah.
that. Oh,
okay,
just use your whole body. That was great. You did that perfect.
good.
Like, I didn't want that as-
With it?
as soon as so
Gotta
bad.
lay down on your
Oh,
side.
yeah, it's like
Just
that.
squeeze
Legs
your
are
knees
confused.
together.
Yeah, I got another one.
See, like, my out for this, Amy, is to go like this.
Where to put my foot so it doesn't get.
Just squeeze it.
That makes it so pointless.
Right, but if you squeeze my knees, you keep that knee in a control position,
Okay.
to where I can't, I just hop, if I can hop over this here, I'm
And
happy.
then Achilles.
Okay, so you can pull the foot out, put it in my
He
hip.
always crushes somehow. Oh, I just went like this.
Yeah.
Right.
And I put my hand right like this.
Other hand, the hand that's around my ankle.
Okay, that's fine. And then I'm going
Yeah,
back like this.
Yeah, definitely aiming for that foot.
Yeah. And now the whole.
Okay.
So you put my hip down,
Yeah.
now I can't get over this knee,
Now
and
the reverse.
now you're in a better position. You can do it with the foot underneath.
And,
You don't have to like, that leg is a good access your foot.
and
Yeah.
then, okay.
You got it.
You know, you can do
Okay,
that.
now that you're there.
I was sitting on his neck pretty much the whole time.
Yes.
That's a
But
compliment.
what you don't wanna do is let me go back.
Yep, you got it. And then you do the other one where you fall on your side and reach behind your back.
Yeah. And forward.
Really going for it.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
All right,
And
so
she's got these down, like down.
Dangerous.
she is.
Post your forehead, post on your forehead. Then now take your bottom arm, which I believe is your left, and bring it all the way behind you. Yeah, I know, right? You gotta balance on your forehead. Yep, there you go. It's still worth it though. because you can
So
crank
he's
it.
doing it, reach the hand.
Now, so this hand, see what I'm doing right now, is I'm gonna chop that hair.
My guard.
Do that. So we-
Okay, but I've got you right
So
now.
you slide that in there, yeah.
And then I slide this one
But
in.
remember, I was talking about this
Now,
one too.
sit up.
Right, so don't let me hop over
Bust,
this knee.
bust my leg off.
Squeeze it in tight, and then bring
Jump to a
your
squat.
hand
That one.
It's
Fall back, take that ankle, put on any ankle like you want.
Yeah,
It's-
well, especially if my hand's
Again,
between your shin
pick a
and my
different one this
body.
time.
It's here.
Or same leg.
So I
different
feel like I
leg.
missed a couple.
Okay.
No?
Oh, whoops. Your hand on chin,
Oh, yeah.
straight ankle
Yep.
up.
Good break.
Reverse angle up.
So I have.
Got it.
this treasure.
Yeah,
All right.
on the ground like
Looking
that's
good.
non-starter. You know,
That's how it's gonna happen.
Finish the lock if you're. Yeah.
That's how it can happen most of the time. There's
As soon as you rest on
you
that
get
leg
legs in any
elbow,
position.
you're no longer using your body weight to kind of like,
Slightly different variations.
so
but,
from here,
you can, you can,
Ah,
like that.
yeah.
you can be in the bottom of a mountain.
Yes.
You've got smushes in there, if I cover my back, it's still not the same, right?
No.
But if I get here and
Like if you were-
pull that elbow back,
Okay.
hand flat, slide it into the Achilles, thumb up, and it always moves.
Well, we'll get this, then you
Okay.
put one of the legs.
No, so you're sitting on like that, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bop you this.
A lot of hollow body practice. It's
Oh,
just sitting in a
wow.
whole shape.
Right?
I would have thought you could get away from there.
So
So here,
it doesn't matter
here.
where you are, you can.
Now,
you
turn
can
your
box
thumb
everywhere.
so that your radius comes in my.
There's, at the highest levels of jujitsu now, all those guys are beasts with legs. They're just spinning underneath you and hitting it from a million different positions and from throws and everything else. Okay, let me see.
Because I was watching Cornelius,
Keenan Cornelius.
and he, what's his move,
Oh, the warm guard.
the worm guard?
That's one of his moves. He's so good at so
He
many
is really
things.
good, he doesn't look very big or anything, and then, you know, he's in the line.
He-
Fights really good.
He actually
Yeah,
trained
that's what I
with
want.
my instructor.
Hey, it's good to have a go-to.
jujitsu,
Yeah.
Lloyd Irvin. He trained with him
Like the other
for
side.
years, and then he
Yeah,
went to,
So when you land.
I don't
He looks
know,
so young. I mean, but in the videos I saw.
but he started really young.
Like, you land right here, like, pat my
He's
elbow.
so good. like if you watch the Abu Dhabis, you know, that's like the
True.
creme of the creme.
So it's
best
good to go from-
jiu-jitsu guys or
I said,
grapplers in
I
the
got
world.
your wrapped in there.
Um, he wins it. He won his
Yeah.
weight class this year, and I think last year too.
Okay, so you didn't go over your head to do it, you went
He's the best in the world from Brazil.
Yeah,
It's the same stuff. You know, he's just so hard to,
Yes.
so,
it's hard to grapple with him. He's so flexible, right? You know,
Yeah,
he's underneath you all the time, backwards, you know?
It
Remember I
looks
was,
like he's gonna lose because it's like all these weird positions that you think the other person.
Yeah. but he's really flexible, like you know, you push your leg in.
Yeah,
and
right in there, it's so
he's
tight.
like a Gumby, you know, like you can put his leg in, and he's got really long legs, so it makes it tough to pass his guard.
and then.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah, I enjoy watching.
Slide past we will get bumped.
The most fun I have watching,
Jeez.
the best in
Great.
the world is him,
Okay.
Gary Tonin, Gordon Ryan.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've seen
Folks
his
on your
videos.
I have not, but I have his name right now.
Oh, he's
So, yeah,
so
still got
good.
a chin.
He's so good.
Maybe it's Tony Ryan.
Oh, Gary
It
Tonin?
looks like you're cranking on it.
Here's-
I
He's
just-
mixing them together.
I just really like the pain or whatever, I'm not tapping, right?
Gary
So
Tonin,
just on your head,
T-O-N-O-N.
and then back fist your back.
And, yeah, and of course, Gordon Ryan,
I have him.
can you see what it is?
Through.
Um,
Show the video right over.
Marcelo Garcia.
Feel it?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Then you settle hips back down, squeeze, don't hop over this guy.
Mhm.
And it goes like four things at once, and
See ya.
Yeah.
Oh, and then. what did I
Okay.
say? Yes, sir. The one from Brazil, so they also.
Salo Rivera.
Yeah. He was hard to look up. He like didn't have a lot of,
Yeah.
Gaveo.
Oh, Gavao. Yeah,
Gavao.
he's the best in the world right now. Although, he lost to Gary Tonin, Gordon Ryan, just recently. The best in the world at Gavao.
yeah.
He lost to Gordon Ryan in the absolute, in the Abu Dhabi, no knee.
What did Ryan finish him with points?
He did, he got him with points, but I've seen them go before. I mean, I saw a different guy get Gavao with reverse triangle. Remember all the reverse triangles we were doing the other day? He got him with that. I think he was, I'm pretty sure he was passing the guard. Gavao was passing his guard, and he swung that leg over, hit the reverse triangle, and blocked it in. That was it. Gavao couldn't get out. It's so hard to get out of the reverse triangle, but especially if they put you in an awkward position, like remember I showed you how you rock them forward and their head hits the ground.
Yeah.
It's really tough to get out of that. But anyway, I think we got time. Yeah, we got a few minutes.
Yeah.
I just want to finish this. So okay, we already got the sweeps. So the sweep counters. There's so many sweep counters, but it's really just all you have to do is know one, you know, for a test. And when somebody's got you in the sweep, where they put the string across the waist. So
Sweet counter.
yeah, so the reason that you have to have counters is you're in an off balance position right now. So he has an advantage. If I stay here, I try to sweep, right? It try to take me over. So if I just stay here, I might be okay. But if I make one off balance mistake, I'm done, right? And he's gonna mount. And if he does this the way that he knows how, he's not just gonna sweep me and mount, he's gonna sweep, mount, and spinning armor. That quick, right? So if he wanted to, it could be like this. This is why you don't want to just sit here. So sweep, mount, spinning armor. Right? So before you even come to your senses, it could be over with.
Right.
So now you're stringing moves together, right? And sequences. Remember we did the mount sequence from arm bars. We did the 30-degree arm bar, we did the S-mount arm bar, and we did the spinning arm bar. And we took it into the sequences of all the other stuff to do from there. So all he did was advance position, hit the mount, and he could go right into that sequence, because even if I were to counter that, he knows what to do for plan B and plan C. Okay, so anyways, you don't want to sit here and it's, bad position for me. So here's first thing you should do. As soon as somebody puts you here, use your elbow, your hand, whatever's available. Go ahead and put it on a little bit. And step over his leg. When you step over that leg, there's nothing anymore. There's no sweep. See that? I mean, there's nothing he can do to off balance me. He's got to regroup and go to plan B. Yep. So this is the first thing you should do, is try to very gently get your shin over top of his. Okay. Now, another thing you can do, and that's definitely number one. I would do that ahead of everything else. Okay, number two that you could do. This is pure jiu-jitsu, no Sambo included in this. What I'm gonna do is, if he's holding on to me, right? I'm gonna pop this leg a little bit. Sorry. I'm gonna take this arm, and I don't know if you can see back here, but his foot, the reason I popped his leg is his foot was right up against my body.
Right.
And if I reach back, I can't hit anything.
Right.
But if I pop, you see what happens?
Yeah. You can grab that foot.
So pop and reach back, and now grab the belt.
Oh, nice.
Okay, now watch, hold on. Okay, just start walking. Okay, come up on your toes with your butt in the air and walk around, and you're out. Okay, on a similar note, some people will sprawl like a wrestler and just spin and try to get there. So you get here, right? And then go. Yeah, but it's not easy.
What's this leg?
Yeah, he's gonna try to work me. It's not, and you can't go that way. It's really difficult to go that way. Yeah. Okay, so now we're here. The next thing that you could do, if we want to make this more Sambo, pop it again, right? Reach back again. And this one, for some reason, is hard to teach, but you put your wrist right on his ankle.
And crush. Okay.
And come forward. And it's,
I get it right here.
you get it there? Okay.
Are you bending his foot with your arm? Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Squeezing your arm together? Okay.
It almost looks like a little foot bar.
I'm still back here, but yeah, no,
Really?
it definitely hurts. Yeah.
I feel it right there. Right, everybody's different, I guess. But it's, so I just reached here, I went to here, and I'm trying to point his knee down at the ground too.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to look at you, so it's pinching my hip. And like,
Yeah, it makes you want to turn. Okay, another thing you can do is, you can, and you gotta be careful with this, is pop it and post, and now you got a heel hook, right? But he'll turn,
Right.
but still you're out. He's gonna turn that way, you're gonna try to get his back. So when you do this, just try to get his back. Okay, next one. This one's kind of fun, you guys will probably like this one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop this arm and step over his body and get a Achilles or Boston crab. Okay, so he's holding on. Pop. Step over.
That looks like a great way to get a Boston crab.
Yeah. Pop on the elbow. Be careful on that.
Oh,
So in slow mo, pop.
Or should you go and take it with you?
There's another one that isn't one of my favorites, but it's it's a knee pinch. So we're in here like this, right? I'm down deep. So I'm going to take this arm and put my radius right into here and sit back and knee pinch. So it goes right into there.
Okay.
And that one's hard to do too. So for you guys,
just drop this knee back to create space.
what I did is I just basically spun. So it went from here to drop this.
Okay, now I see the way you're laying. Okay,
Yeah, it's a movement that's hard to explain.
I couldn't see your
It's like
finished
he's doing
position.
a queso.
I think my right leg comes back, my right knee goes back, my left knee goes forward.
You'll see it in the video.
Yeah. Now, if you were testing and you're wanting to use this for real, in real life, in a tournament, whatever, my suggestion is pop your leg over their leg first. That's the first thing I would do. The other thing I would do that's really high percentage is pop the knee, reach back, grab the belt, come up on your toes, butt in the ear, walk around to a side mount. Those are probably some of the highest percentage. And the other one is when you pop the elbow, step over the body of the Boston Crab. Those three would probably be your best. If you want to practice something and say, this is something I could hang my hat on, that those would be the three I'd practice.
Okay.
All right, I'm trying.
Yeah, thank you.
I offer my field sweep.
All right, straighten out.
Yep, so I got a picture in this thing.
Okay. You're here.
So I grab it here, and now the first thing I want to do is most likely
you
you
can
hold
hold
on
on
that
to
space.
So
So just for a
you
comment,
want to
sit back.
And it's
So
back.
if I got you here, you probably don't like this, right?
Yeah.
Like the way that we're situated right now, and that was probably see right
That's your
here.
base, right?
You know, which way we going?
Use that arm, but watch your base, and quickly step over my leg with yours and keep
So you
your
got hump
chin
your
right
hips
there.
back, so if you do weights forward,
Just kind of push down
bring it
real
hard.
hard.
Now, without,
And
you don't
step
do all
over
this,
that.
you can still bring the
Now
other
you're
along
safe.
that thing. Yeah, good, then it's that, yep, okay.
That's
So you gotta get this thing kind of trapped.
And now you don't have to worry, and now you can
Good, now,
try to
it's-
escape and do
you're
all
good.
the other escapes this
When
way,
your legs
and
are
you have no fear of this
longer, because my body's
But
shorter.
let's come back. So
So
you
that
can do
good,
that, right?
pop your hips up.
So the next
Yep,
thing
and then
is,
walk, walk, and you don't
pop
need leg
this
anymore,
knee.
just leg.
right, now, you see how my foot comes away? Yep. Now go way up by the toes, reach around and grab my belt, no, just with the one hand.
Now that
Okay.
second move, you
Watch
watch
your
your
base
base,
with the swing right foot.
can be
Okay, we're
accomplished
still
by
not trying
way
to
of
scoot it now, I'm stuck.
Sure.
Okay, now, since you have that, you can use this to pivot off the
I'm gonna
ground.
pull
You
it.
can just hold onto that nice and tight.
Here,
And
I'm gonna get that foot on.
jump to it, stand up, and get your butt in the air, keep your body down. And
Use that elbow,
keep your shoulder in. Now just start walking, keep walking. See that?
Keep walking, you're fine. I can't outpace you, there's no way.
Okay. So that's
And I guess
your
it's possible.
one of your best ones. That step over and that one. Let's go to the
Chasing
third.
around while
That's
you're
what we
under
got.
your foot can do
Okay, we're
yourself.
back here again.
In here.
So this time, you're gonna
Very
pop
hot space
my
for you
arm
here.
as your left leg steps over my body.
There we go.
You turn towards that window.
Okay.
You're sitting on my back and you grab my ankle and you Boston crab. I know that sounds like a crazy, a lot of stuff, but let's at least get part of it and then we'll.
I'm not sure what to do once I'm here. Is this what I
It's
do?
basically a straight ankle.
crab?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this all I do?
It doesn't
Okay.
feel like you're controlling
No,
my
okay.
foot.
Act like you're doing an ankle lock and like an Achilles crunch. Yeah.
Okay, like this?
And now, sit, instead of on his butt, sit on his low back. And what you're gonna do is stretch his hamstring. So you're gonna arch backward and stretch his leg, but go slow. This is a quad stretch, like a really bad one.
There we go.
There it is. That's the crab. Okay, and try it. So you got you here.
Okay.
So you're gonna
Okay.
pop
Get
it,
all my glutes
step
down
over my
my
body
lower
with your
spine.
left
Yeah.
leg and turn
It's
it.
all about where you land on that
It gives you
one.
the range of motion.
Step over.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
My hips,
And then this.
your arms down, my pelvis down, my legs.
Grab
Pulling
it
it like this.
Grab it
Free up the
with an ankle
pelvis.
lock.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Achilles crunch.
Okay. It's
Yep.
all about
Bring
where
your
you
hands
land.
together.
Uh-huh.
Bring your hands together.
That's my first Boston
Yep.
crab.
No, they want you to get my quad stretch.
Let's
Let's try that one more time. That was good. But yeah, there, just grab that ankle.
So as you come up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't let the ankle go. Get it real tight and try to, instead of sitting down that way, try to come all the way up like on my low back.
Okay.
Pass your leg over, Mark.
This. Which leg? How do, am I grabbing the ankle with this?
And then just use
Not
that
yet.
hand to grab it.
This arm here will reach back and around and grab the ankle.
Okay.
Breaking me. There you go.
Pop
Sorry,
and step.
pop.
You're
And
fine.
I'm sitting back here.
That's
Yep,
the nature of
that's
the beast.
right on my low back.
So
Yep.
cool.
Yeah. That's it.
From that crunch bar, right?
That was it.
Here.
Now, if you're too far that way, you feel like you're gonna be pushed that way, like on your face, right? If you're back this way, you don't.
Pop up on it.
You got leverage.
You don't
And
do
I feel like I'm being stretched like in WWF, you know, where you're trying to pull my quad off my leg, so that feels really good.
But if you have that hand position, you're not
Okay,
gonna wanna be.
next one.
Overhook. Let's
I was
see.
trying to.
This guy,
Oh, okay. Next one is the weird one. Pop the knee again.
That axis.
Yep. Okay, now reach behind again. And now this time, come all the way back up on the toes and put that right there. Yep. Now, take that leg out for just a little bit. Yep. And
That's
put my knee down to the
That's what I
ground.
have to do in order to show you to go.
Keep pulling, and now push straight down into my heel. Oh, yeah, yeah,
If you
keep going.
go into your foot a little bit more.
That's how you do it. You actually got it, which is amazing because that's so hard to teach. That's really hard to teach that one. Now let's apply a little bit more leverage. So put the hands on the ankle, on the bottom of the heel again, like your wrist goes on the bottom of the heel. No, you had it right. So that wrist was like that. Yep. Okay, and now
Nice.
dip your shoulder into my toes so that it bends my foot, so that you're pushing down on my heel and you're bending my toes towards me. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Now put that
Well, so
tight.
you go through, see if you want to go through them again. That was all
Okay.
of them.
Yep,
Underneath,
you got it.
grab the belt, walk
All
around.
right, last one
Grab
then
that.
is
Last.
you're gonna
knee, heel
dip
up,
that,
roll it back.
the radius of your
Get that, the arm up here.
so it's gonna go right into there like that, and you're gonna turn me to my belly. You're gonna grab your hands together, and you're gonna sit out that way so you're facing the window. And I know it sounds weird. And then you're gonna put a knee slicer of leverage into my knee.
Yeah, we didn't do the knee slicer.
This
The
one's
radius.
tough. If you guys don't get this, I don't even care.
Picture this, but
Okay, so go ahead and throw that in there.
going to go this.
Yeah, it'll be. I know it's weird. It'll be just like this. Okay, no, just keep it right like that. Okay, now start to sit out that way. Yep.
Like my turning knee?
No, sit out with your feet going that way.
Oh, like this?
Yes. Now you see how this goes to the ground.
Yeah.
Now grab your
I'm gonna help you. Just
well,
lay down on that side.
arch back into my foot. Oh, you got it now.
Okay.
Oh, you definitely got that.
So
Try
you
that
go this
again.
side like
That was really
Get the
good,
pressure line up
actually.
in there properly. There.
Here,
Okay. See what I mean, where I won't push you with my feet.
going here,
Yeah, wait. Let me have it. Yep, like that. Yep, just like that.
and then coming like
Yeah, you know
this.
why? Because your elbow has to come out and hit the ground.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Bring that arm
So
up.
going here,
No, too deep.
You want my
to
leg?
get right here.
Yep. Oh,
Okay,
now sit
elbow.
out. Yep.
And smash.
Go ahead. Go ahead and put it out. Man,
Okay.
that really hurts. Why does that hurt worse than she does it? It really did.
She's bony. She's bony.
That really
I
hurt.
know, she got those little sharp little arms.
But you know, that makes for a really good leverage point when you're doing leg lock. It's just any type of hard tissue and soft tissue.
I forgot the knee slicer one. We already reviewed that today. It's good. I haven't done it in a while.
Well, it looks like we got through just about everything but that turtle, right? Everything but the background. And that's easy. And then we can hit the throws, the standing submissions and turtle in the next class, and that's the whole level. And we got it on tape. And then, and then the next level, do that
So
in a couple
the
classes.
test will probably be like way at the end of the month.
It'd have to be probably, towards the last week, only because I want you guys to have everything and be ready.
I can only do every other Saturday, so I'll have to watch the video for this Saturday.